I'll give you another story of a young man who came to us. I call him a young man, but he was about my age. Um, who he had a bit of a rough early adulthood, right, and he got into some trouble and did some things, and since then he's gone on to be an entrepreneur, and he's active in his community, and his community, they reached out to have to for him to coach the little league football team in his local community. They came to him. His child was a participant on the team. They thought he would be a great role model for the youth. And then when he went to officially become the coach of the team and fill out the paperwork, he didn't pass the background check because of this stuff that he had on his background 15 years ago, more than 10 years ago, less than 15 years ago. He had completely moved past from it. Honestly, he said he hadn't even thought about it. He was so far removed from it that he didn't think it would still be an issue. And here he is being rejected. And not only is it, an inconvenience, and, it kind of puts a roadblock in your life of something you want to do, it's embarrassing as well, right? There are a ton of people who didn't know this about this man, his past, right? Because he's been such an upstanding citizen in these past years. And they only know that upstanding citizen. They don't know the guy who was in and out of jail or got in trouble or made some stupid mistakes when he was younger. And now he has to confront both of those things, and he has to confront his child and say, well, I can't coach the team this year because I don't pass the background check. Well, why don't you pass the background check? That's a difficult conversation, and I think we should allow people the grace and the redemption, right, to be able to move on from those mistakes, especially if they haven't made mistakes again in since then.